Okay, we're back. Oh boy, we're we're not only back in the country, we are back to streaming. Uh, we'll get back to that at the end of the stream. But yeah, whoa, how's everybody doing? I don't even know if there's people in here. So we have a pretty busy schedule. Okay, no, it's not busy. Uh, Thanks M Popa and thanks Maniac for following while we were away. Oh, sorry, I just got home from work. I must recollect my thoughts. Um, so yeah, long 3 week hiatus. Was working on the new YouTube channel that you can see um here, there, this one. We'll go like this. This one. So that's up and running. It's got a bunch of legacy videos that we've reviewed, in addition to ones that we haven't reviewed. Um, yeah. So agenda today is recapping Anime Expo 2023. We are also giving a review of LA as a whole. Um, but it's going to be a very biased opinion, obviously. Let me see if I can pull up some of the maps of Anime Expo. I wonder if there's just like pictures. I wonder. Maybe I could find a streamer who was walking around and I could like. Wow. Okay, so my experience from Anime Expo is going to be very different than a lot of other people's because I was not there on vacation. We were there in Artist Alley because my brother was a vendor there. He got to I let him explore a lot of the convention. He got to, like he walked around a lot more than I did. I basically only stayed in one building. So from what I could tell, there was two buildings. One was basically dedicated to an entertainment hall. So there was like large, extravagant displays for different companies to kind of, you know, host whatever they were advertising, upcoming games that they had out. Um, so yeah, and then in the second building, the one that we were in, there's still quite a few displays on the main floor. I'll call it. So one is I would say is an entertainment hall, which is in the second building, and then one what I would call more of an exhibit hall. So a lot of what you would kind of find at other um, expos, cons, I should say. Um, so I can give, I'll tell you guys about that because I can't talk about what was in the other building. I didn't see any of it. But yeah, something I found very interesting was we were in what was called Kentia Hall, Kentia Hall. Um, when you have a name like that and you have signs in your convention saying, "Hey, Kentia Hall is this direction, go this way," you can find it over here. You'd imagine like a very large space. Like if you've been to the Toronto Metro Convention Center, it's not like if you go to the very bottom floor where Fan Expo usually is or Toronto Comic Con, it's not as big of an open space as that is. It's probably 2/3, maybe half of that. But it was a parking garage. Like I'm pretty sure it was part of a parking garage. because there's parking paint. And when we were, on setup day, which was Friday, um, we were bringing all of our. Oh, what was that? Hey, thanks for the gifted. Khaladets. I think I remember your name. Oh God. Thank you so much. I don't know what these notifications are. I changed them. Oh, it's Yossi. What's up, bro? So yeah, we were in a parking garage, and it was. Oh yeah, it was the gross Russian food. Yes, I remember now. You're bringing back memories that I don't want to recall. Anyway, um, yeah, so we were in a parking garage, and that is actually, I'm gonna say, a fantastic use of space because the LA Convention Center had like basically two dedicated parking garages for the convention center. So you can turn the internal parking garage that you have for the convention center into more like hall space, which is pretty cool. And honestly, I kind of preferred it that way because it was much cooler in terms of temperature than compared to the other, I would imagine, other floors and other buildings. Okay, hold on. Let me kind of see what's going on with the subscriptions. I don't know why it's a gift box. It should be showing something else. Oh, it's because it's a gift sub. Okay, I didn't think you would gift subs to someone. So I have to come up with a gift sub notification. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully. No, 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 no. You did it perfectly fine. I was the one who fucked up. I fucked up. But yeah, hold on. Let me show you something cool before before you leave. This is the one print that I bought when we were there. Look how cool this is. Look how sick. Look at the foiling on it. You might not know what it is, but like, oh, look how cool it is. It looks so good. Like everything's foil. Yeah, you gifted a sub. You gifted a sub to Nick. You gifted a sub to Nick 83838383. So he should thank you the next time you see him. Yeah. You can also sub yourself. Just saying. Ooh. Wink wink nudge nudge. But yeah. Are you going to Carver Classics tomorrow? Should I put some background music on? I think it'll be okay. Anyway. Um yeah, let me see if I can find some images of Anime Expo and stuff. I wonder if like shouldn't they have like pictures just on like just as media to show during the future? Explore. Is it under explore? Yeah, we'll do it this way. We'll do share screen. Transition. So yeah, this is like a bunch of the stuff that they did. So all of this was basically um after hours, I think. So the fashion like I've so all of this happened in either the stadium or the exhibit hall, entertainment hall. Sorry, that's what I called it before. Apparently, this was like Sea Dog. Sea Dog was running this event. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but I didn't know until I saw a clip of them auctioning off Valkyrie's cutlass or some shit, and they like donated $6,000 to charity. So that's pretty cool. Beer Garden, didn't get to see this. I honestly didn't. I got to see maybe like 2% of Anime Expo, and that 2% is still like a ton. Um, there's a bunch of stations all around the convention center and the convention hall that had like cosplay gathering spots. So that was kind of pretty well organized and planned on like AX's part. So that was pretty cool. Um yeah, there's a bunch of tabletop and gaming areas. I have no idea where this quiet lounge is. This industry autograph was for sure in our building. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, so this took up actually like a huge portion. It was a bunch of it was like dedicated to lines. People lining up and stuff. But this is not what I want to see. I want to see like a map. Adventure guide? No. Maybe if I just type in like L LAAX 2023 map. Full convention map. Ah, here we go. This is it, right? Wow, this is way messier than I thought it was gonna give me. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, can we open this? Wow, this is so scuffed. I apologize. All right, here. So, can I do this? Move this over. All right, so, this is a pretty small. Yeah, this is a pretty small depiction of what we're looking at, but basically, where I was this south hall here, which I call the exhibit and artist alley hall, and then this was all dedicated to entertainment hall. So I had all the gaming play space and all of the stuff there. Um, if you go further in this direction, I don't think there's. Yeah, yeah, none of this is. Yeah, so if you go further down this street, there's a parking structure like right here, and then there's another parking structure here. So when we got off our Uber for the first day, we came straight up Pico Boulevard right here. And we got dropped off around this area. But there was a lineup from down the block. And it started around here and went all the way around the full perimeter of a parking structure. It was crazy. It went around a parking structure, came up, looped back up here, and came this way, and then back in. The lineup was nuts. And then I think there was, because you can enter from this side as well, there was another lineup from this side of the block. It was crazy. I had not seen that many people line up for a convention in like my life. It was actually insane. It was very energizing. The second day there was even more people. It perimetered like both parking structures on this one side alone. And then all the way down here was like big blow up standees of anime characters and like big cardboard standees. That was pretty cool. Um but yeah, everywhere that you see blue within this block, people were taking pictures of cosplayers. It was nuts. So yeah, in the convention halls here. So we were here down in Kenchia Hall, which is underneath the exhibit hall. So we were technically underground. Yeah, at the basement level. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Um yeah. So if you've been to like Anime North, Comic Con, Fan Expo, anything typically along the lines of that, it was pretty much the same from my point of view. It was just instead of actually there was quite a few comic book characters and video game characters. It wasn't just like strictly anime and manga stuff. So it was pretty refreshing to see like Deadpool's walking around. I think and like people who just had costumes just threw them on and came out. But yeah, it was like I don't think there was like anything very much different. What I would say, what I would complain about is like logistics. The way they run this is awful. It was okay. I don't think it was like awful. It was pretty terrible from like a vendor's point of view. It's something that privileged people can complain about. It's like my biggest complaint is that they would basically start the convention at random times. Usually, like if you look at Fan Expo for example, it's like for Thursday is setup day, so you give they're open from like 9 in the morning to 2 to 2:30 in the afternoon on Thursday to give all of the vendors time to set everything up. And then usually 3 p.m. they open to the public. So people coming in after work or just stragglers or people that have 4 day passes that want to like scout ahead and like plan their entire weekends. That's what the Thursday is usually for, right? So there's like a very like structured time frame is what I'm getting at. Friday it's like okay, con starts at 10, everyone has to be out by 7 o'clock, or like not out, but like everyone has to start leaving at 7 o'clock. Same with Saturday, 10 to 7. Sunday usually like 10 to 5 or 10 to 6. It usually ends like either 1 or 2 hours earlier. This was a shit show. Anime Expo 2023. Oh my god. It was like sometimes we would be required to be there before 9 a.m. because they might start at 9 a.m. Even though it's open, like it says open to the public at 10 o'clock. It's like, oh, be ready to open for 9 o'clock. And it was like, why? If you're open to the public at 10, why are you telling us that we're going to start early? And it was like that every day. One time they opened at 9:30, one they opened like 9:10. The very last day, which is a Tuesday, they opened 9:10 in the morning and then closed at like 3 o'clock, which is understandable because it was July 4th and no one wanted to be there for July 4th. But yeah, it was like, why do not have a specific start time? That leads me to the second complaint. The second complaint is they need to hire either like they need to hire someone to write a script or they need to hire an actual professional announcer, because the announcer that they had was hot garbage, trash, doo doo. He didn't know how to speak sentences from beginning to end smoothly. He would be like, "Oh, I hope everyone is ready to begin the show." And it was like, why is this guy even on the microphone? If like I don't know if like he must have had some sort of like rough script, because every morning and every closing he would announce very similar things at very specific regularly timed intervals. I guess not regularly timed intervals, but like periodically he would announce things and they would be along the same lines. So I don't know if it's someone who is just like, oh, we forgot to hire an announcer. Hey, you need to talk about this point, this point. Like you have to have like a get ready or have a good day, or you have to have like a get out like statement. Like they give them like rough ideas and you're just like, hey, come up with something and say it. That was what it felt like. They really need to hire someone to be like, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We will be opening to the public at 9 o'clock. That is in 30 minutes. Be ready, right? It's not that hard. You just pen something out really quickly and you just say it consistently. Like, speak the sentence beginning to end. It's not that hard. But yeah, that announcer made it so hard to like be there. Cause like at the end of the day, it'd be like, all right, it is 7 o'clock. You must start leaving the convention. It was like broken up. It was awful. It made it sound so unprofessional. But that's like me being nitpicky. I don't know if it bothered anybody else. It made me feel like it was run by like a bunch of monkeys. Um the second thing I really complained about was all of the rules that they have. There's a bunch of oh, sorry. Okay, before we go into the rules part. The second thing is also has to do with planning and logistics. They gave us very specific, so I say they as in like Anime Expo as like the company. They gave my brother and I very specific instructions for vendors. They're like, you are vending in Artist Alley. These are your instructions. You must have your badge. You must have this paperwork. Like they gave us a whole like list of rules and things that we need to do. Perfect, great. That is exactly what I want as a vendor. You tell me where to go, what I need to do to get in. I want to have it a smooth transition, and I want to get set up as fast as possible. I want it to be smooth. Perfect. That's fine. Halfway through the convention, so we came up to the convention, there was signs. Vendors go this way. Okay, we're vendors. Let's go that way. That is telling us to go. We go. There's security guards and employees there, or volunteers. We'll call them employees. Um, we go and we say, hey, we are vendors. These are our badges. We need to get into this hall to set up. Oh, we're not open. Oh, yes, like, they say this to us. Me and my brother respond, okay, well, we know you're not open. We're vendors. We need to get in before you open so that we can set up. Yeah, no, no, no. We understand. This entrance isn't open. You have to go back. Go through the main entrance. I look at like my brother looks at me. I look at my brother. Why is there a sign that tells us to go this way? Oh, I don't know. Someone put it there. Come on, like I would imagine that we were not the very first people to arrive because there was hundreds of people setting up when we got into the hall. If everyone made the same mistake, why are you not moving that sign? Like, this is very poorly run. Okay, I understand that it might be hectic to set up an event of this magnitude, but it takes one person with initiative to be like that. Two employees, 2 to 3 employees, and a security guard. One of those employees could have been like, I'm gonna grab that sign so people stop coming here. Because one, it would be less work for them to tell people to go back to where they came from. And then you just sit down there and keep your post. Like, I don't. It saves everybody so much time. So that was like complaint number one. So that was day one. Halfway through, so we then followed the instructions the next day. The next day there was a very specific set of instructions to enter the hall before, like after we've set up and everything. So it's a separate entrance for vendors to go straight into Kenchiya Hall. So we go. Everything's fine day two. Day two goes great. Day three we go. Oh yeah, this you can't use this entrance anymore. It's closed. Only exhibitors with like that need to use the loading docks can use this entrance. Like, why are there no signs to tell us anything? Why is there not a person posted way at the front where we got to walk around to tell us that we can't use this? Why was there not an email sent out, like a memo? Like, it was awful. It was like it was just a lack of communication. That was pretty terrible. Um so that on top of the poor announcer and the random start times opening to the public made it a miserable experience. When you actually inside and vending, it was great. right? You're just like your regular convention. It's, everybody comes up to you, you talk to people, get them to buy stuff. If they don't want to buy anything, you try and coerce them to come back later, follow on Instagram, use the give and take of a small business. Um but yeah, so that was like ran smoothly. But that leads me to my second complaint, or my second big thing. Let me switch back here. I'm gonna see if I can get a setup. How do I have I really been out of streaming this long? Oh yes. Okay, there it is. I lost the transition button. Okay. Let me see if there's some pictures. Search. Andrew. See if my brother has some pictures. Um, not of not from behind the booth. It's just from the front, unfortunately. Okay, maybe I posted something. No. Sorry. Bear with me for one moment. Ugh. Two-factor authentication. It's too safe, too secure. I don't know why it asked me to trust every single time. Okay, quick, give me the photos. P-hotos. Please, please, past Ben, be smart. Is this? Why did I? Oh, because Zhang Li and it's him being super tall. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of what I want to show. Yeah, that's in the exhibit hall. Actually, maybe. No. Okay, maybe I can just show this. I don't know. Is there a way for me? Can I zoom in even more? Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen what our setups have looked like before. But you can tell up here. We use these kind of cube cages. If you've been to any convention, you see like you guaranteed see them before. Everyone uses them. Um, yeah, so we use the cube cages on two pillars. So one on this side of the table, one on the other side of the table, and then we had a beam going across the top that hangs the four posters that you see. So from Musashi to Danheng and Boji to Akali. This panel is taped together and hanging. Um, so this could not be like how my green screen is set up. Let me kind of. Let me see here. Is there? Yeah. So you see how there's like a kind of like a distance between here. So like my table coming straight up is like here, and then I have like this amount of space going to my green screen. So if you see this distance, we were not allowed to do that at Anime Expo. you could not have anything in this space other than like a body. You couldn't have anything on display. So basically, we needed to have a pole tucked up right against the table, which is what you see. Oh, you can't see it because the cubes are covering it. Um, but yeah, that's that's a huge pain because it means we can't display as much, right? It mean because if you see here this like cutout square, usually we would have prints behind us, behind where Andrew is sitting, right? So if this was like an end like a fan expo, you could probably fit like four more pieces of art across the bottom here. So we couldn't do that here. Which was it didn't have too much of an impact because we ended up changing how this looked anyway. And we just minimized we minimized the amount of prints we were showing at once. But it was pretty good. So the my thought process was that they did it because they wanted to fit more vendors back to back. So if you eliminated the ability to put backdrops, then that means where this backdrop is, uh the next person in the aisle beside you could technically be sitting immediately behind you. So I thought they were shrinking the spaces in between tables to fit more vendors in. That's a smart idea. That's genius because you're maximizing your space, right? It would make sense that you have that rule where you have to have everything tucked up to your table because you can fit more people in. They didn't do that though. No. Instead, they actually gave us more room, which I know I shouldn't be complaining about, but now you're just being inefficient. So as a I this rule conflicts me because I want to be able to display like I we could have very like my point is we could have very easily just like had a backdrop. Like everybody could have had a backdrop and it would have been fine. You would have had enough space to walk and move. Like there would have been tons of space for people to walk up and down the aisles. Cuz usually it's a really big pain in the butt to walk up and down aisles during conventions. Like in the vendor aisles. Um but this was just like empty space and it was a huge waste. So that's what irks me. But while vending there, I didn't mind it too much. Um but that's what pissed me off the most is like they had all of these very specific rules and they just didn't make any sense. Like at all. And it's like why do you have these rules in place? And that's what really like irked me. Was like they had all of these stupid rules that made everyone's lives so much harder. And in the end, you could have just not had those rules and it would have been functionally the same. Because they had like each aisle had a dedicated volunteer or employee checking to make sure everyone was within their guidelines, right? Or like not causing a mess, stuff like that. But yeah, that's my recap of Anime Expo. I guess I can finish off that. I'll do loot after, okay? So, review of LA. I didn't get to see a ton of it because, again, we were not there for vacation, we were there for business. So, we stayed in Koreatown. It was pretty ghetto, not gonna lie. It felt very much like West End Toronto before you hit um what's that area called? I don't even know. Toronto. Maps. What is that? It's escaping me. Etobicoke. It's like I don't know the best way to describe it. I'll just say it was pretty ghetto. Like every single, like, tons of graffiti, a lot of garbage, um, a lot of quite a few homeless people. Very much of we're Ubering back during the evening. We're not gonna bus or walk or anything. But it was generally like that in downtown anyway. So yeah, it there was just the smell of garbage looming through the entire city, even where there was like places that were just restaurants. It kind of just smelled off. It was weird. It was super weird, which is funny because their air quality was like when we were leaving Toronto going to LA. When we landed in LA, the air quality was better than it was in Toronto, which was really funny to me at least. But yeah, that was unfortunate. um, Not much to say. I was expecting it to be a little bit more glamorous, more city like. There was not a lot of high rises. I I guess because we're so used to Toronto, there's a lot of high rises and skyscrapers in Toronto. LA not so much. It was like you had to be like core downtown and there was like a small there's like a small few blocks that had really like skyrisey types of buildings, but the rest of it was not very tall. I guess it's more expansive rather than height wise. Um in the grand scheme of things, not too different. I don't think it was very different. Like I didn't feel like I was outside of Toronto. People kind of dressed the same. Fashion was like still the same. People were people, you know. But then again, we weren't really like absorbing all of that stuff. We were kind of just, you know, going from place to place. We didn't really stop and stay anywhere. But yeah, um, yeah, okay. So that was basically LA. Didn't really get to see any sights. There's none of that. I don't think there was like many sites to see. Oh, this is one thing I have to complain about. There's where is it? LA Convention Center. I know this is not going to impact at all, but don't go to this restaurant ever. Yeah, here restaurants. Hey, where's the? Okay, here. Okay, so here, this is the map, right? This is the convention center. This is the West Hall, where we were. This is underneath is Kenchia Hall. This is a skywalk. This is the exhibit hall. This is the arena that everything takes place in. So right here, there's this little block of. There's like a lot of restaurants in here. I think this is the Xbox Plaza. I think that's what it's called. Something to do with Xbox. But me and Andrew have been craving a smash burger for months. And this place is literally called Smash Burger. You would think, like, LA Expo has been going on for a long time, and it's always been July 4th weekend. Always. That has not changed in, like, the longest time. These people managed to run out of beef on a Saturday night. They ran out of beef and pork. So all they were serving was a grilled chicken burger, a smashed turkey burger, or a refried like black bean patty burger. What the fuck? Seriously. We've been denied Smash. Andrew's been like since last Niagara. It was like Niagara Comic Con a couple weeks ago, and then even before that, so like I think Alberta Comic Con, he's been craving a smash burger. Every time he's gone to a place that served smash burgers, and they just hadn't weren't serving it, or it was closed. And to this day, we still have not gotten smash burgers. So I have to find a smash burger place so that we can go to. But yeah, don't go there. Don't support them. I don't support them. Although Andrew did say that the smash turkey burger wasn't like terrible. The grilled chicken burger was fucking awful. The chicken was dry. They it was basically just a wet sandwich. I had no idea why it was wet. There was like no sauce on it. It was like it was awful, bad, gross, disgusting. Okay, small review of the loot because I think No Soup asked what the loot was like. So he can watch the VOD if he's not here. So I showed this to Yossi earlier. I'm just gonna quickly get rid of this for a second. What am I getting rid of? Oh, I'm in the wrong. I have to switch modes. Okay, we'll get rid of this for a second. Okay, so this was cool. This is like the one print that I got. It's Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. It's all foily and stuff. I saw someone walking around with it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. I was actually considering going back and buying two more. But I was like, I don't even know where I'm gonna put this one. I have like no space whatsoever. Um, only got like two big items. So one of them was the official merch jacket. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it on my camera when it zoomed in like this, but looks like this. It's a really nice bomber. And the inside is nice red lining. It's pretty decent quality. Not bad. And then the other jacket, much higher quality, although the hood doesn't feel like, is the M. Rage. Oh god. Oh no, you can't see it. All right. Yossi, you're still here? Hold on, I have to turn off my chroma. Uh, I forgot that it's green. There we go. Okay, yeah. This jacket, so bomber, so like the flight jacket. You can tell because of the flight tag. This is sick. So has all the nice patches. This is the Boom Slank collab jacket by M. Rage. It's super thick. So it's gonna be like my colder jacket. It looks so nice. So those were like the two big items that I got. So yeah, you're on layover. Whoa. So yeah, that was pretty. Those are like my two big purchases. The next best, I think my most favorite purchase had to have been this guy. Oh my god! He's green! I keep forgetting. This is Peepo. You guys like Peepo? Look at him. Ah! um hold on, let me turn this off again. Yeah. This is Peepo. He's so cute. So he's wearing this is from the I Buy Power booth. I have no idea what that is, but I saw someone walking around with him unboxed, and I was like, I must have Peepo. So this is you guys, by the way. This is you guys in chat. All of you guys look like this to me now. Until we see each other in person. The rest of it is just like kind of like small keychains and stuff. I bought a lot of stuff for other people, like smaller stuff. Look how cute this card is. Check her out. Manda-chan. Cute. Oh man, you have to see these cards. So M.Rage has this really cool kind of like see-through card. It looks really, really cool. It's like this nice kind of cool like material. Another guy had like a similar card. So these two cards are like kind of sick. Cool. Like this one looks like an Instagram post. Oh, that one. It's cool. Only give himself 100 likes. That's funny. But yeah. I got this cute standee. I wonder if Josh is here. Josh, are you here? If Josh is not here, he needs to see these. But yeah, this is a cute standee. There's Kyrie and Shion. And then in the background, this is the background to the standee. As Namine and Riku. So it'd be like this. It's cute. Really like that one. That one was a surprise. I was actually like shocked that people had Kingdom Hearts stuff. That was really cool. And then I got this shaker charm. I don't know what to do with this yet. I might put it on like my Nintendo Switch case. It's Klee. It's like a claw machine. And it's like a, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like a shaker charm. So these things like move around and stuff inside. And then you have to like move this stuff around. They seem to be stuck, so I'll have to unstuck it later. There we go. It's unstuck now. It's like Klee's bombs and stuff inside. So that's cool. Pop socket. Got a small pop socket of Zenitsu here. Kind of cute. This is a little bird. Yeah. Official anime stuff or Anime Expo stuff. Got a couple keys. Keychains. I don't know if it's probably bad lighting for it to focus. But yeah. So yeah, not a ton of, didn't really buy a ton of stuff. Most of, like, not for me at least. A bunch of it was again for smaller stuff for other people. Oh no. Yeah. So that was the trip. That was the haul. A couple other things. So I've been like busy nonstop ever since I got back. Saturday we did our first in-person fighting game event at Heroes World. That was sick. I love fighting games in person. I lost 40 games straight. I don't think in those 40 games I won a single round. But it was so it was time and a half. But yeah, so for that, got a fresh print. Original. It's an original. An artist from Udon did it. So that's cool. It is an original, so I don't know if you can see this, but oh no, it gets super chroma key. But you can see like the scratches of where he did his like initial sketch. So that was cool. And then this is kind of old, but we got like a free poster for attending and supporting the community, the locals. So that was cool. All right. So that was the recap of LA and Anime Expo and what's been going on. We're gonna take a short break. And in that short break, I will determine what I want to do for the rest of the stream. It will most likely be some kind of coverage, but I'll have to pick which coverage we're gonna do. All right. So we'll probably say 7 minutes to give me some time. And yeah, we'll be back. Woo! We're back. All right. Sorry. I was doing business and I didn't have a chance to pick out what we were going to watch. So, hopefully you guys have been watching the content from the the YouTube channel. If you haven't, check out youtube.com/ at lazymtg, and you can see a bunch of the uploaded legacy gameplay that we have not reviewed on stream. Um, from what I remember, we just finished the Clown Town Showdown. So let's review. Let's see if there's anything interesting from then to now. And if there isn't, then we will review the most recent footage that I've been told was interesting. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Mm, this is a Belcher game, so not very fun. This is... What do we... Oh, I think these are practice games. Okay, this might be interesting to watch. This is a classic matchup. That's Delver versus Lands. What is this matchup? This is Lands versus Reanimator. If there's anyone in chat, so the ones that I'm considering watching is Lands versus Delver, Lands versus Reanimator, and oh, unfortunately, yeah, this one got cut off, so this one I'm just gonna delete. Okay, so none of that footage is interesting, I don't think. We can move on to other stuff. Oops, too far. Let's check out this. That's too grayscale. That needs to be heavily edited. Okay, so we'll go to another week. What is this? I think we can try this. Yeah, well, okay, let's... Okay, so there's... So far, the choices that we can review are Lands versus Delver, Lands versus Reanimator, Cloud Post versus Delver Not, Just Sky Control versus... I think this is full Bant Natural Order. That one we can also watch. This one is Mono Black versus... Oh, Sultai Natural Order. I feel like I reviewed these already. I might not have. Okay, let's skip ahead to another week. None of these games are really catching my eye. So what is this? Oh, this is the week where everyone was playing Mono Black. Light is kind of faded there. What is this? This is also... We will also watch this one. This one is kind of fun too. This is blue black control versus, or blue black mid range versus lands. Don't think any of these are too interesting. This one is Stifle Knot versus Blue Black Control. Eh. So none of these are in complete game order, so we can't really use Dave's stuff. Maybe we will just review the most recent footage. June 25th? That's the Sunday that before I left. Okay, so this is mono black versus mono blue. Kind of boring. This is mono black versus lands. And then this is mono blue versus lands. None of this stuff is really blowing up my skirt. Okay. We're just gonna have to make a decision here. Let's go with one of the earlier games. Yeah, it's because I'm now only playing lands recently. But they are very interesting games because I'm bad. Okay, this is the Belcher game, so bad. Okay, this is a classic matchup. This one is Delver versus Lands. We're gonna try out a new layout, taking in Tony Scapone's advice of moving things around. So here we are. I'm pretty sure this is a practice game, so nothing on the line. Because Dave doesn't usually play Delver, but he brought Delver here. Let's make me visible here. There we go. Yep, just turn the face cam on. So yeah, so I think... Can I do this? Maybe I'll switch this around. Maybe I'll move this down here and put me on top. Or maybe, oh, this is a good idea. Maybe I'll do this. Ha ha! Space efficiency! Maybe, yeah. Well, we'll do it like this. All right. So we went turn 1. Play Mox Diamond, discard Bajuka Bog. Oh no, he went turn 1 Delver. I'm trying to cast a Mox Diamond. I play the Mox Diamond, try to cast Exploration. Dave counters it with Force of Will, pitching a Stifle. I play Ghost Quarter as my land for turn, and we're gonna blow up his island. So he gets to fetch out another island. How's it going, Wilmer? How's your day going? So we're gonna play a second Mox Diamond, pitching Thespian Stage. The Stage. Dave checks the top for Delver. Does not reveal it. It looked like a dress down though. Attacks for 1. I take 1. Bottled soda. Yeah, it's from lunch. You want to see something more impressive? Boom! The OG flavor too. So we'll try that out. If I finish this Diet Coke. So we're casting Life from the Loam with these double Mox Diamonds here to get our 3 lands back, and we get to start dredging. I think we're gonna attack the island that's like super glared out at the moment. Yep, does he get a second land? He does not have a second land. So we are strip mining him. Nice. Nice. So we have a forest and I think it's a Maze of Ith in hand. Cracks for A volcanic island? It is a volcanic island. Very good, very good. So tasty. I have a question. So when I do my editing, do you guys prefer, like, do you guys not like when I cut out people shuffling their libraries? I feel like a lot of the earlier, or not earlier, what some of the middle videos that I've posted kind of got really choppy, and that's because I was cutting out a lot of shuffling and a lot of like hand shuffling. Um, Let me know if you guys find that annoying. If you just rather have it like smooth gameplay. Also because I don't want to have super long videos that like you're just watching people shuffle for like 20 seconds. Okay, that's cool. I still have to find a balance of audio. It's so weird because I have my PC at 50% audio, but my headset is at 100%. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know like how exactly the audio levels should be. I'm so confused. What happened here? So we play Bajuka Bog, play Life from the Loam. Oh, I think we dredged those lands away. So yeah, we want. I think I want to continue to try and strip mine him. Yeah, so I played the Bajuka Bog instead of the Maze of It here because I was afraid of a Murktide Regent. So as long as we can play this Maze of It here. Ooh, there's a Punishing Fire. But in the graveyard with no way of getting it back at the moment. Do I really play? Yeah, I think I'm trying to control his mana base because I can still take a bunch of hits from this Delver. So he, in response to my Ghost Quarter, he floats a little mana off the Wasteland. Then casts this Dress down. So 2 mana, we're gonna Life from the Loam, get back Ghost Quarter, Urza Saga, Caracas. There's a Faracas in Caracas. I see why Assault Loam is a deck in Modern. If you're constantly Life from the Loaming, you just have lands to pitch. There's a second Punishing Fire. Still have not found Grove of the Burn Willows. Um, I think we need to play the Maze of It here, right, Ben? But we can't play the Maze of It because he has a Wasteland now. This is problematic. I think you we have to Ghost Quarter the Volcanic Island. Oh no, he is we're forcing the Wasteland. There's a second Life from the Loam. Gonna Force of Will. So doesn't really do anything to us for this turn. So now we get to play the Maze of Ith. So we draw instead of dredging, and that's I think it's because I have like enough lands to play and like things to do. I think we're trying to just. Oh, you get the new one. Jesus bless. Whoa, 4 months? Yo. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, there's a bunch of other alerts. Uh, Actually, there's not a bunch. I think it was just that one. I think there's new follow alerts too. I think there's a there's a donation. There's a donation. What's it called? Notification. Yeah, there's a bunch of follow alerts now. Can get donos. Yeah, okay, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. Is there, if you scroll down in Twitch, is there a panel for PayPal? Do you see a like a donation panel now? Because there should be one. It should be a an image of curse of opulence that says donation. I'm pretty sure that's what it should say. It's in USD. I have no control over it. I literally had to. It's like you set up a panel, and I clicked PayPal panel, and then it brought me. It said, "Hey, sign into PayPal." I signed into PayPal, and it was like, "Okay, now copy and paste this link into Twitch." So I copied and pasted the link into Twitch, and it was like, "Hey, put in a picture, and if you want text on it." So I did that, and then yeah, that was it. Oh, we finally got the Grove of the Burn Willows. So that means we can start punishing firing him. But we also have a Dark Depths Thespian stage that we can activate here. Um, but Dave has been finding land drops, unfortunately. So he has found a bunch of these wastelands. Am I dead? There's a volcanic island in hand. So we have a Thespian stage currently as a Maze of Ith here. It has a polluted delta, plays polluted delta. So we're gonna activate Grove of the Burn Willows. Gives Dave 1 life. That triggers Punishing Fire. So when Punishing Fire is in the graveyard and your opponent gains 1 life, you may pay 1 red mana to return it to your hand. So there's 2 triggers because Dave gained life. So I paid 2 red mana, one from the Grove, one from the Mox Diamond, to return both Punishing Fires to my hand. So we play an Urza Saga for turn. And we have 2 Punishing Fires going off. It looks like it does not flip. So Dave not wanting to draw it. I wonder if we'll get to see the top. We do not. What are you having for big dinner? Also, I think I'm a Guile main now in Street Fighter. Oh, you donated, but it didn't do a notif? But why? Why didn't it? Donations enabled. Hmm. Okay, I will look into it after this game here. It's literally just a block of milk. What is happening? What is Steven pointing at? Shouldn't this Urza Saga be a 2? Yeah, there we go. I don't know what we're doing. Why are we dirtling here? Why are we not making a Merit Lodge? Um, I think I'm just playing with my food at the moment. We should why am I not making Merit Lodge? Dave is counting. He sees it. Cast Brazen Borrower. Passes the turn. Attacks. Maze of Ith both. Pass the turn. We're gonna return both Punishing Fires, I guess. Wait, why didn't I just make a Merit Lodge there? And then... Oh, because I wouldn't have enough to Punishing Fire to kill them both? Man, I have come a long way as a lands player. Just saying. Don't want to toot my own horn or nothing, but this is the... This is what a lands player that doesn't know what they're doing is. This is what they look like. We find another Mox Diamond. Because I think we milled all of our other targets. How long ago was this? This was... When was this? Is there a way for me to tell without bringing it up on the screen? I think this was June 11th. So a few weeks ago. Dave being the good guy and not conceding. You know, for being ghost quartered or strip mined like 7 times, he found a lot of lands. Wow, that is... Oh, that's why he's playing Stifle. He's playing Dreadnought. Oh, I see, I see. Too bad Merit Lodge is bigger than a Phyrexian Dreadnought. What am I doing? Make the Merit Lodge! I'm getting angry at past me. Wasteland the Wasteland? Oh, because he had a Wasteland. Okay, I see. Makes sense. I guess. But we were dredging for so long, we could have just played them back. Or we could have ghost quartered the Wasteland. So stifle the Wasteland target. Or the Wasteland activation. So we pass the turn. Play Delver. To make a construct or anything. So Punishing Fire the Dave. Then we play Punishing Fire again. Why are we thinking for so long? Kill the Delver, dredge 3, cast Life from the Loam, bring back Ghost Quarter, Wasteland, and any other land, play the Wasteland the Wasteland, force him to kill the Dark Depths, and then just go off next turn. What are we doing? Okay. Now what? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Light from the loam. What are we bringing? Come on! Who is this guy? This guy takes forever. He's so slow. Urza Saga. Pick the Urza Saga. Yeah, of course we pick the Urza Saga. We love artifacts. Yeah, there we go. Wasted the Wasteland. It's like exactly what I was saying earlier. And now we wasted our Dark Depths. I guess you can waste it at that stage, but it doesn't really matter. Wasted Urza Saga? What? This just lets you kill him one turn, like now. Ooh, Judge Promo Wasteland. That looks so nice. Yeah, that's the Hand of Defeat. Scoop him up, Delver. In his defense, like, lands is a horrible matchup for Delver. Yeah, we take out the Thespian stage. Activate the Thespian stage, target Dark Depths. Yep. Make it Merit Lodge. Sack the Thespian stage. Thespian Depths. Bring out Queen Lodge. And now we pass the turn. GG's! That took like 6 turns longer than it needed to be. Wow, that was only one game. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let me do this. So yeah, I think that was June 11th. So from then I played 3, 6, 9, 12. I played about approximately 15 more games. Granted, in each, like, I basically lost 5 events straight. And then yesterday I 3-0'd. So we were getting there. Okay. Let's not watch another lands matchup. Let's find something else. Let's try. It's kind of slow. This was interesting, but it's also lands. That one's boring. I wish I could open up multiple instances of VLC. What is this? Why is it outside of a folder? Is this not what we just watched? Why is it frozen? Oh boy. Ah, okay, let's watch this one. This one could be interesting. This one is Cloudpost versus Dreadnought. There we go. So this is Pavel versus Michael. So looks like we're starting the game. Turn 1, Delver for Michael. Pavel plays Forest. Goes into Elvish Reclaimer. Woo. That's a big booty elf. Flip Delver. He's the best at what he does. And what he does isn't very nice. Swinging for 3. Brings him down to 17. There is a Maze of Ith and a Thespian stage in Pavel's hand. Also, I have Ugin, Green Sun Zenith, another Forest, and a Glimmer Post. Michael, I think he pondered, looked at 3 cards, didn't like them. Now he's shuffle drawing. Rando draw. Plays land. Draws land, plays land. Pavel draws for turn. It is prime time. I assume he plays a cloud post? No, glimmer post. Second forest. I think he. I don't know. It's definitely. I think it's probably better to sacrifice a forest rather than a glimmer post, because you want to have as many loci on the battlefield for your cloud post. So I think he's going to activate Reclaimer, sacrifice a forest to get a cloud post. Michael attacking for 3 brings Pavel down to 14. There's a flooded strand from Michael, passing the turn. Pavel at the end of Michael's turn, activating, most likely finding a cloud post here. Am I going to the 1K this weekend? Um mm, I might go. I probably won't play. I'll have to see. It depends on how tired I am. But I'm definitely not playing. If I'm going, then it's to catch the end half to capture some footage. But I would need permission from the the TOs. So Pavel deep in the tank here. Per usual. Down comes Mazavith, so this can stop the Delver for a bit. I think Michael casting a dress down here. Ooh, no, Brainstorm. He does find dress down off the top. So this could be ditch another dress down that he has. Looks like he's putting Dragon's Rage Chandler dress down on the top. This way he can fetch and then cast the other dress down that he has in his hand. He doesn't have to draw one of those 2 redundant cards. Yeah, there's a flash in dress down during your end step. He gets to draw a card if this resolves. Oh, I forgot to check the alert box. My bad. So Michael draws an Egyptian god card. Attacks for 3. It gets Mazavith, so takes it out of battle. Ooh, looks like he drew Obelisk the Tormentor. There is Phyrexian Dreadnought. A what? An Obelisk the Tormentor. So this is Elvish Reclaimer being activated here, I believe. I think he sacks a forest. Because he kind of wants the Mazavith still. There are no bad cards. I don't know. Slifer the Sky Dragon is pretty bad. So there's a second dress down. Michael draws another Dreadnought that he can play. So Elvish Reclaimer activated the ability. Michael casts Dress Down in response. So I believe the ability still resolves because it's on the stack. Pavel going for a Vesuva, probably to copy the Maze of Ith. Actually, it could be to get the Cloud Post. Does he copy Maze of Ith or does he copy Cloud Post? I think if you copy, oh, but he doesn't have a green source for prime time. So I think it is a Maze of Ith the way he stacked it. So he cannot search for another land until his end step. So it looks like Michael was thinking during Pavel's upkeep. It's kind of strange. There's a Glimmer Post, gains 2 life. Taps it for 1 mana. Probably play an Expedition map. Yep. And then he's out of mana, so he can't really do anything. Dress Down gets sacrificed. Michael top decks Polluted Delta. So Polluted Delta, Albus the Tormentor. I think that is a Fling. There's a Brazen Borer, a Force of the Tormentor, and a Phyrexian Dreadnought. So yeah, that's what I'm calling them. So Force of Will is Albus the Tormentor. Stifle is Slifer the Sky Dragon. And Daze is the Winged Dragon of Ra. Winged Dragon of Ra. That's what you get for playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards in our adult Magic the Gathering game. Magic the Gathering no longer a children's card game because we have a $2 million card. Get wrecked. Get riggedy wrecked. Literally, what is the cost of what is the worth of a human life? What is the is there like a monetary value on a human life? What is the monetary value of a human life? Oh, it's about $10 million? Never mind. I guess, okay. On. I guess you can argue that this is still a children's card game because if you think about it, $10 million is the monetary value of a human life. That means 2 million is like a. Oh no, it's. That means each. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. wait, hold on. It's 10, so that's $20,000. Does that make sense? 20. So $20,000 is should be two. Yeah. So if you're 2 million should be 20 years old, right? Yeah. Okay. So get wrecked. Um, one magic card is worth one 20-year-old's life. No, that doesn't make sense. That means the average lifespan would have to be 100. Hmm. Oh, it's older then. Works in my favor. No one clip that, please. Leave me alone. Leave me and the voices alone. No one can tell. No one can judge us, alright? No one can judge us, Peepo. Oh god, he's invisible. Peepo's invisible. Oh lord. Oh god. Oh boy. Peepo didn't want to be part of this conversation. Whoa, there's a fling. Okay. I feel like you've reviewed this already. Have we reviewed this? I don't think we've been this deep, though. I don't think I've reviewed this. Have I reviewed this on stream? I should check. Okay. Give me a second. They're just sideboarding. Um... Hmm. I have not. Have I? I have not. What are we... What's going on here? How do I open folder? No. Is it this? Oh god, I'm lost. I'm lost in the sauce. Okay. We'll switch back. Let me see why... how to link PayPal donations to output box. Tip method. Huh? I have to go to Streamlabs, apparently. How do I do this? Tip method? But there's no such thing. I'm so confused. Is it this? It's connected. Oh, is this not? I'm so confused. Okay. I'll have to look into it, but let me see. I wonder if I could just do this. Oh snap! Haha! There it is. Okay.
Test donation for $57.
Oh, there's text to speech too. Oh, that would have been so cool. Holy! Oh snap! That's what I wanted to happen. Hold on, give me a moment, guys. My pancreas is malfunctioning. Pancreas. Very odd. No, we're not saying pancreated. That's something that doesn't need to be said. Look, it's Life for the Sky Dragon. All right, so Pavel went first. Turn 0, Once Upon a Time, found Elvish Reclaimer. Turn 1, cast Elvish Reclaimer. Presumably now turn 2. Turn 1, Michael, land, go. Into turn 2, land Phyrexian Dreadnought, Slide for the Sky Dragon to stop the Phyrexian Dreadnought ability, and now has a 12/12 Trampler. At the end of Michael's turn, Pavel activates Elvish Reclaimer, sacrificing one of the forests to get a Cloud Post. I think I got that summarized. Although it wasn't a back and forth, it was he did this, now we're here, and now Pavel top decks a forest. Plays the forest. Boseiju destroying Phyrexian Dreadnought. No counters. Oh, there's no counter spell. It is an ability, so he needed a stifle. So he does get to find a volcanic island here. So now we're rampant. There's 2 lands in the graveyard. So Elvish Reclaimer is a 1/2. Looks like it's gonna get lightning bolted. Ooh, so pretty. Has a shattered foil effect. There's another lightning bolt. Play a brainstorm here. He does have a Misty Rainforest to shuffle. Wow, he top decks 2 Phyrexian Dreadnoughts. Looks like he has an Obelisk the Tormentor in hand. Does not look like he has a Dress Down, though. I think he's considering putting... I think that's another Fling. But there's definitely a Lightning Bolt he's considering putting on the top. He's considering Obelisk the Tormentor and Fling on the top. Is he going to shuffle things away, though? That is the question. He is. So he doesn't want the Force of Will. Oh, because there's no blue cards in hand. I see. So I think what he could do is he can... I don't know if you want to fetch first. I don't know if you want to fetch first. Because you know that you put Lightning Bolt on top. You might be more inclined to keep the Lightning Bolt on top, draw the Lightning Bolt, and try to go the aggressive route. But... oh yeah, he didn't tap any mana for DRC. Interesting. Okay, so... this could be a... yeah, so he chooses to... oh, he draws Force of Will. Okay. So that means there's a Lightning Bolt on the top. So he can shuffle it away because he doesn't want so many instances. Oh, he is just passing the turn. So he can deploy double Lightning Bolt to get rid of this Endurance. He will need to start paying an upkeep cost of 1 for this Dragon's Rage Channeler, though. I think he's still thinking about cracking this fetch land. Oh, that's a Dress Down. It's not double Dreadnought. Oh, this changes everything. What happens first? Does it still get the ability? I thought Dress Down makes it so that no creatures have abilities. I don't know what the layering is. I need my playmat. I think because the tabernacle was on first, Dragon's Reach Chandler had the ability, but because Dress Down would then erase that ability, he doesn't need to pay the one. I think that makes the most sense. Oh, hi, Magda. Magda, you're the judge. What happened? Does that mean that the tabernacle... We can figure this out too. Tabernacle versus Dress Down. The ability to be a creature or not is a type changing effect. No, that's not what I want. Uh. Uh. 8 things the Bible says how we should dress. Not what I want. Oh god, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go with common sense and say that it does not have the upkeep costs. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it's like... I'm wondering if it's a question of what came first or what kind of ability is being applied. It looks like they come to the same conclusion that we did. We did. Thanks for the help, guys. Slam the stifle knot! Or the dreadnought. Oh, there's Delver. Dinglebat Delver. No problem. Wow, that's a lot of creatures. Okay, so Pavel pays 1 mana for this endurance. There's a Thespian stage. He's in a pretty bad situation here. So we're triggering... Oh no. So Michael has to stack all of his triggers first? I think he chooses. Because they're on his creatures now, he gets to choose... Is Pavel's tabby real? Yes. His is Italian, though, I believe. Okay, so it looks... I don't know what he did. It looks like he made his Thespian stage into a Glimmer Post. Yes, his is not as swag as mine. Swiggity swoogie. Swiggity swoogity. So this is very smart on Michael. He stacks it so the Tabernacle trigger goes first, and then he checks off the Delver. So if it's not flipping, he can just sack the Delver because it's doing nothing anyway. So he pays for the other two. So that's a sick move. There's a Wasteland off the top. So Fling, Obelisk the Tormentor, Lightning Bolt, and Wasteland. Are we going into the red zone? Doop-a-doo-doo-doo, we are. Attack for 12. Bring it down to 10. Now we get to Fling. Do you have Glacial Chasm, sir? Gets flung out of the game. Get out of here! You only need 2 strikes. And you're out. Get wrecked. No one ever sees the fling coming. Wait! We've definitely watched this. I need to see my stream VODs. We've definitely watched this. I remember. I remember seeing that. What? There's no VOD. I'm pretty... We reviewed this, did we not? I'm pretty sure we reviewed it. Maybe the last time? I remember watching this. I don't remember if I did it on stream, though. I'm pretty sure that I did. Because I remember them saying that Michael opened a package. And I remember transitioning off of it so that there would be no, like, personal information shown before showing it on stream. Alright, in any case... Maybe there's not much else to view. A bunch of these games are pretty boring or uneventful. Yeah. Okay, I might call it an early stream. These are pretty uneventful. I have to get the raw footage from yesterday up and running. So before yeah, I think I'll do that. So I think Wednesday we'll either review tomorrow's footage or Sunday's footage. But yeah, that will be everything for today. Because there's nothing else planned, unfortunately. So yeah, we did the recap of LA. We did the recap of Anime Expo. And we watched a few games. So it was a pretty... I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm so tired. It was a pretty short transition back into streaming. Small announcement. Wait, what? Oh. Thanks, John. I thought you meant like John Javanar. I was like, what? What do you mean? Yeah, this. Thanks, John. Thank you very much. Yeah, this guy over here. I'll figure out how to fix that. Um. Anyway, I think my goal is to get at least 10 subs by the end of the month. I think if I can't get 10 subs by the end of the month, I might stop streaming and just focus on YouTube content. I'm gonna be honest, streaming really puts a strain on my schedule and it's like mentally taxing. Um but yeah. And YouTube is just kinda easier. Woo! Wow. That's perfect because Anya covers my face. Alright, thank you. That's one less to the goal. How many are we at now? Does it say somewhere? I don't even know how many we're at. I think we're at 4? Maybe 5. I'll have to check. But yeah, if I can't get 10 by the end of the month, I will most likely stop streaming and just focus on YouTube until I get a following on YouTube, and then I will most likely come back to streaming eventually. Um, Or maybe I'll just focus on YouTube and then streaming will just be a once in a while thing. Like if something happens, like if I want to do like a collab event or if there's something special happening in some way. But yeah, I would have to figure all that stuff out. Yeah. Oh, I'm just switching random things. Okay, yeah. Thanks everybody for stopping by. If you didn't catch the super long recap of my trip, you can watch the VOD. It'll be there. And then I'll also upload it to this. Oh, I should probably turn it back on. Yeah, so there's two YouTube channels. This one that you see here is the main one now. This one is where new content goes. If you want to still sub to the original YouTube, which is just youtube.com/ at lazy underscore jukebox, that's just VOD re-uploads. So, because Twitch only stores a certain amount of time in terms of VODs, so that one is just going to be like for archive's sake. But anything new going up is going to be going to Lazy MTG. That'll have all the newer content and new videos going up. And apparently, there's some shorts in the work. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There, Mr. Ben thinking emote. But yeah, Um, I definitely probably won't quit streaming forever. I know a bunch of guys from the Legacy of the North group want me to continue making content for them. Whether it's YouTube or if it's streaming, we'll see. But it's hard to balance streaming, YouTube, and full 9 to 5. And people certainly doesn't help because he's fucking invisible. Look at this guy. Look at him. Mr. E equals MC squared. Now he's like omniscient. Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna we're gonna end there, eh? Huh? Look into the eyes of death. Look into the eyes of evil. Alright guys. Have a good night.